Well, it's amazing how time just moves along. We're already at the end of the first month of the year, and we're going to be talking GEM 5 of 52 insights that we're going to enjoy. And I trust that as we do so, you're going to have an exciting breakthrough in your life. There are 4 parts to our discussion. Part 1 deals with breaking free from bondage. Part 2, breakthrough from imagined barriers. Break out of your box is part 3. And part 4 deals with breaking into your promised land. I trust that as we take a look at the gems in this quarter, you're going to begin to break free from the things that are holding you back. We've taken a look at gems 1 to 4 already, and I'd encourage you to go and listen to those discussions. But today it's about rising above. Your vantage point determines the view you have of your vision. Most people enjoy justifying their current position by placing themselves under the circumstances of life. This incapacitating position of choice leads to pessimism and an overall negative worldview. According to the weatherman, some days the sun shines and other days it does not. Yet you and I know the sun shines 24/7, 365 days, and it's been doing so since the beginning of time. Even when we perceive it to be dark or nighttime, the sun is still beaming its rays in the earth's direction. Our definition of the sun's status has nothing to do with the condition of the sun. It is actually a description of what we are looking at based on our relative position to the sun. In the same way, what we describe when talking to others defines whether we are looking at our vision or our circumstance, whether we are optimistic or pessimistic. A simple shift in position can change our perspective. What words can shift your focus from your circumstance to your vision? I think it's important for you to discuss this with at least 3 other people if you're not yet part of a map cafe, because it's in talking to others that you're going to find wisdom that you never before heard. There's a few things that I'd like to share with you about rising above, but before I do, I want you to lift your left hand about 12 inches from your face and spread your fingers as wide apart as possible. Now, did you notice how your eyes were automatically drawn to your hand and fingers? Well, they need something to focus on. And the most natural thing to focus on is the finger. But if you take a look between your fingers, there are gaps. And the gaps are much bigger than the finger. So why is it that we don't focus on the gap? Well, we can't. We need to pick something in the distance, and that will enable us to look through the gap. So pick something in the distance and look through your fingers and focus on that thing. Can you see what happens? Your fingers disappear. Now, shift your eyes back to your finger. What happens to that vision that you were looking at? Yes, it fades away. Now, in the same way, when we look at our circumstances, we are, in a sense, looking at the finger, not the vision. When you look into the future, what is it that you see? Do you see obstacles or do you see opportunities? Do you see stumbling blocks or stepping stones? You see, it all depends on whether you're looking at the finger or looking through the gap. Do you perhaps begin your response when people ask you how are things going? Do you begin by saying, well, under the circumstances? Well, that response is going to tell you immediately what you need to break free from. What you look at is what you will see and describe to others. So if you want to know what someone's looking at, just listen to what they say. Because when you listen to what they're saying, you are listening to what is keeping them from moving to their vision. And maybe it's time you listen to what you are saying. You see, what you listen to is what you will hear and what you will want to share with others. So by simply changing what you look at and what you listen to, that will change your destination. I think it's time for you and for me to rise above the circumstances, because when you do, there's nothing but blue sky. Why not join a map cafe near you? You can even join us online, but you'll find out more information about this at mapcafe@map4life.com. Or if you're not part of a map cafe right now, why don't you just write your thoughts and email them to us at lifegems@map4life.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Maybe one day they'll be in a book. The next gem we're going to take a look at in week 6 is be controlled. The victim often becomes the victimizer. Remember, you're welcome to post this link on Facebook and share it with your friends. And if you're not yet a member, we'd encourage you to join, because every Monday morning we will send you a link to the next and most recent video clip. Join us at www.map4life.com. You're also invited to start a map club anywhere on the planet, and we will help you to do so. Just send us an email requesting information. Now, before I go, remember, it's important that you and I make a purposeful difference in this world and through other people. So until we meet again, be mapped.